Time to liven up the joint.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video, we got a bag from Neca Toys. I picked these up from Neca Toys here in Chicago specialty store. Now I didn't really record in there because I'm not too familiar with the place. I gotta get cool with the owners before I just walk in there and just start recording some of their stuff. But it's a really small store anyways. They mostly sell like Japanese product. They sell lots of Gundams, a few Neca, mostly Japanese stuff. As far as like Kotobukiya, Amazing Yamaguchi, um, Prestos. They are like really big on Prestos. Actually, if you really want to build a Presto collection and you're here in Chicago, highly suggest visiting Neca Toys because you would get a lot of the, and they have crazy stuff in there. Lots of figure art zeros, figure arts themselves. So much stuff in there. They even sell hot toys. Mostly modern stuff, none of the older stuff, but not a huge selection. But they mostly selling some of the newer stuff that comes in as well. Not really big on like Mezco. There's certain companies they don't really sell because the distribution could be a little bit harder for them. At least that's what I got the advice from when I was talking to one of the owners there. Anyways, we have picked up a figure that I've been waiting for a while, and that is Splinter as Van Helsing. So we went and picked this bad boy up. He looks pretty badass. It continues on the Monster Universal line that we've been collecting. So we've officially all caught up. The only one that we are missing is the newer one, and that is Phantom of the Opera as Casey Jones. So that one hasn't came out yet, but when it does come out, we're definitely gonna track that down. And then I couldn't help myself. I had to pick up Hudson from Gargoyles. He looks freaking badass as well. Absolutely freaking love it. And then this is how he looks on the inside. So we're gonna do our best to try to take him out, mess around with all the accessories. He didn't really come with too much. He comes with an extra head sculpt with the screaming gargoyle head. He comes with the big tail, obviously his wings, and this big cool looking sword. So Hudson, I'll be honest with you, like I said, I don't really remember Gargoyles when I was a kid as much. I did watch them when I was a kid. I just kind of remember bits and pieces. I should definitely go back and rewatch Gargoyles. I do remember Hudson. He is kind of like the older veteran. Excuse me, the the older veteran Gargoyle. So there is that. But anything else, we are kind of caught up on this one as well. We're missing Bronx, obviously, but um, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all caught up except for the newer one, or the newer ones that hasn't came out yet. That's what I did notice. I never even noticed the box, but the box isn't really a big issue. But before we get to this unboxing Van Helsing and Hudson, I want to say if you guys can leave a like and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss another unboxing just like these two. I guess we'll start off with Hudson, and then we'll get to Van Helsing because I really love the Splinter as Van Helsing figure. Both of these look freaking awesome. Couldn't help myself with this one. But anyways, let's go ahead and start unboxing these figures. Okay guys, so when you take Hudson out of packaging, this is what he looks like. And overall, I like his whole design. I think he looks badass. It's definitely one of my favorite looking gargoyles that has come out so far. As far as like design wise, he just looks like a badass warrior. The crazy thing about it is that even with this gargoyle line, you don't even have to use them as gargoyles. You could use them as some, um, you know, veteran warriors. If you're one of those guys who collect like mythic legions, he could definitely fit in these lines, especially with the ears. You give him like he's an orc leader or something. Um, but yeah, he looks pretty dope. Um, he has the big belly, got the big boobies, the man boobs. So there's that. But he has the closed fist, He is pretty ripped for a big guy, but this is how the hair looks and the back as well. You know, got the armor plates on the shoulder pads, and then here is kind of like the bottom right there is where you plug in the tail. But some of these guys have the tail. He has a little pouch right here, so you could actually use it for the sword if you don't want to use the sword. But we're gonna have him gripping the sword, so that really doesn't matter. And here is kind of like the feet. He is the feet is pretty big, so he definitely has no problem standing up on his own. Then here is the bottom braces going down to the legs, um, and then what happened here. But first I thought that was the skin, but now I realize those are his pants. So there is that. But then here is the classic waist. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Let's go ahead and show off the other headscarf. But the headscarf I'm probably gonna use on him, and then we'll show off the sword that he comes with, and then the tail, obviously, and the wings. So we can go ahead and do that. I'm gonna switch out one of the closed fists because I think I like him with the closed fist, but um, you know, if I'm gonna use the sword, I'm gonna have him with the gripping hand. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, guys. So this is how Hudson looks with the screaming head on, which is probably one of my favorite heads when it comes down to this. Even though there's really just two heads. Um, yeah, but this one looks pretty good. Everything else is pretty much the same, like the ears, the back of the head. But yeah, this head looks so good. I love the teeth on there as well. Here is how the sword looks. The sword is pretty cool. Love the design on it. It has some cool little designs implanted into it as well. And then here is kind of like how the tail looks. The tail is pretty long. It is bendable, so you get it to go however, whichever way you would want when it comes down to him. And now let's go ahead and show off how he looks with his wings. Okay, guys, so this is how Hudson looks with his wings on. Now, the wings are really expanded. They definitely go off of camera as well, but they look pretty good if you ask me. You know, got some little holes inside the rings. Uh, um, you know, you can see the little veins. That's like one of the coolest parts when it comes down to it. And then this is basically the back. Yeah, the wings are pretty um, extended out. They pretty much like they go pretty far in length. So there's that. I don't have my measuring tape, so I can't really measure them, but yeah, they look so good if you ask me. This figure is freaking awesome. I love these gargoyle figures. I don't really like displaying them with the wings because they take up just way too much space. When with space being so limited now, um, yeah, I don't display them with the wings anymore. But I do love that they do come with the wings, and they look so good with them on. But yeah, that's pretty much Hudson's, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's go ahead and look at Van Helsing, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. Hey guys, so when you take Van Helsing, aka Splinter, I'm just gonna call him Splinter, out of packaging, this is what he looks like, and I like this figure immediately. He is pretty small, so it's gonna be hard to show him off camera just a little bit without me just grabbing the figure, but that's not gonna be an issue. Love the hat that he comes with. He has the purple skin, which is pretty interesting. You could definitely tell this figure is going to be hard when it comes down to standing up and articulation because of the longer jacket that's going around the waist. And then here is kind of like the pants. And then with the small chicken legs, yeah, he's definitely going to be hard. I believe that's why they included him with this mini stand that he comes with, because you could definitely tell this figure's going to have a hard time standing up on his own. But everything else looks pretty cool. I love the fact that he comes with this big pouch. Looks like you can hide some weapons in there, which you're probably gonna do. Speaking of weapons, he does come with a lot of cool little accessories. Lots of arrows. So we'll take a closer look at that. But let's go ahead and show off this head right quick. So obviously Definitely looks like Master Splinter wearing glasses and a hat, which is pretty cool. Fedora, I believe that is. What is that sticking out? Is that his like his ear or something? Yeah, I think it could be his ear. And here is kind of how the back looks as well. So there's that. But the cool the jacket's pretty cool. Is the tail articulated? A little bit. It's not really too crazy. Um, Now, obviously, the legs is limited because of the long jacket. There is no swivel on the torso area. I didn't even know these pouches. I didn't even see these pouches at first, but he has like four on the chest. So we'll go ahead and mess around with more of the weapons. But let's go ahead and show off the other head sculpt he comes with first, though. Yeah, guys. So Master Splinter also comes with a different head, which this one doesn't come with a fedora on there. So if you don't want to use the fedora, you could use this head, um, which is pretty cool if you ask me. But this is how it looks from the side. I love it. He always loved this like long chin hair that he comes with. But yeah, pretty cool if you ask me. But we're not gonna use this one. We're gonna use the one with the fedora because it is a crossover is Van Helsing. So that one screams more Van Helsing to me more than Splinter does. So let's go ahead and change it back, and then we'll look at the cool accessories he comes with and wraps the bad boy up. Okay, guys, so here is how Master Splinter looks with the crossbow. The crossbow is pretty cool. It actually has a little drawstring you can actually pull back and get it to hook onto that. I tried it, then it came off, so that's why the drawstring looks a little unstable right now. But it's pretty cool because he does come with all sorts of different arrows you could actually use to cool little accessories on there as well. Then he goes with the knife. So on the right hand we're gonna use the knife, and then on the left hand we're gonna use the crossbow. But he also comes with all sorts of different accessories. He comes with these little. Let me stand him up right quick. He comes with these little stakes. Because I mean, what vampire hunter doesn't have a stake? He could stab some vampires with. And he comes with all sorts of different shapes and sizes of these little stakes that he comes with as well. So I guess those you could actually use those to plug those into the little holes. And then for the all the bow and arrows that he comes with, you could actually plug them in to the shoulder, which has the sheath on there. So you could actually plug that into there. But be prepared, it's definitely gonna be falling off all the time. So you can mess around with that. I'm gonna grab some of the unique arrows so you guys can take a look at them as well. Okay, guys, so this is how it looks with the actual one of the arrows. So, like I said, you could go ahead and plug that in. Obviously, it's not really gonna shoot, but this one, I like this one because this kind of gives off like an explosion arrow, little plaster arrow. So that actually pretty good. I try to grip it to where it makes it fit perfectly, but obviously, it's not going to. It's not going to be perfect as well. Then here you can actually plug in the little stakes, as I said earlier, and then here is the sheath for the little arrows on the back, which are just the normal ones. And then the only extra, like, unique arrow he has is this one. It's kind of like, I don't know what you would call this one. Um, Metal arrow, basically. So there's that. And then here is kind of like the normal arrows that he comes with. So that's actually pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes down to Splinter as Van Helsing. I think he looks super cool. Now, like I said, he's not the most articulated figure, but he's just gonna do his job. So there's that. But pretty cool. Highly recommend picking both of them up. I like these unique lines that Neca keeps doing. It's gonna be freaking amazing once we have all of them together. And they just look amazing on the shelves, all of them together like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did enjoy this, please consider liking and subscribing. Helps the channel out tremendously. Keeps you motivated to keep doing unboxings just like this one. So yeah, I highly recommend picking these bad boys up. You know, I'm starting to be a huge fan of Neca as of late. I think they're one of the best companies to do it. To be honest with you, I know a lot of people are into the Super Seven more nowadays, and rightfully so. I mean, the Super Seven figures are freaking awesome. I still like NECA. I think both studios are pretty good, and they both of them look good, really good on the shelves. I like to see NECA start doing some more crazier stuff like this. Start doing some crazier crossover stuff. I'm highly into that stuff. I think the crossover stuff, if it looks cool, I think it's actually amazing, and they stand out on your shelves. You know, so highly recommend NECA doing more stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful, amazing day. Always stay tuned for the next unboxing. You never know what's gonna be unboxed on the channel or the next topic video we're gonna do. My top 10 video would be coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Definitely gonna want to watch that because man, there's been some crazy action figures that came out this year. My deadline, I like to keep it around towards the end of the year because there's still figures dropping. I really don't like doing top 10 in December because you still got a whole month left and the year's not over with. So stay tuned for January more to see the top 10 videos, anything that comes out around there. And be prepared for more top tens. I definitely want to do more top 10 videos on the channel. I like doing those. I like having certain topics to talk about as well. So leave me down in the comment section what you guys think about these. Are you guys picking up the Universal Monsters and the Gargoyles? I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts. And let me know what top 10 videos would you guys like to see. I know I do top 10 wish list on McFarlane, top 10 wish list on Mortal Kombat. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What you guys like to see more of. But anyways, guys, I could even do top 10 crossover videos. I mean, that would be really interesting as well. But anyways, guys, you guys have a wonderful, amazing day, and see you guys later.
They don't call me the main man for nothing.